We're excited to play. I know that. Yesterday, we just really put the game plan in, watch film, we make sure we try to recover after a long night the night before, a long trip back. Today, we'll liven it up and get ready to play tomorrow night. This is one of the more difficult teams in the league for many reasons. Number one, they're constantly searching out the matchup that they can find. And they're certainly a different team. They're 17-5 when Isaiah Joe plays. They're 1-5 without him. He's back and shooting 12 shots a game. Pretty much 75% of his shots or more are threes. I think he's averaging 10 threes a game, so it's probably even more, I guess. My math might be off. But Mason Jones is a very hard matchup. He's averaging 23 right now. Last five, Isaiah Joe, 22. But they have numerous guys. They put 5 guys on the floor that you've got to guard. And a lot of times their starting 5-man, Andrew Bailey, is the leading three-point shooter percentage-wise in the last 5 games. So a lot of matchups, a lot of ball screens, a lot of looking for what they want. And they've done a very, very good job of that. He gets tremendous guard play, from numerous guys. Jimmy Witt was a very, very good player at SMU. Transfers in there. I think he's the third leading scorer on the team, and really doesn't take threes. But he's one of the better mid-range players, not only in the league, but certainly I think the country, with the way that he scores around the bucket, the way he scores from 15, 17 feet. So all in all, Eric is an outstanding coach. He's been an outstanding coach for a long time, and he brings a very, very tough preparation and a very hungry team. So we need an incredible crowd. We need to have great energy. We need to make sure that we're fresh and ready for a track meet, because that's what it'll be. We want to run, they want to run. We got to do a great job in transition defense, and we're looking forward to being at home.
How much is the fact that you guys seem to be doing a better job responding to other teams' runs? How much is that indicative of maturing?
Oh, I think it's maturity, yeah. I think everything you see is a young team. I think when you see inconsistency, you see a young team. And I think when you see us get better, you see a young team. I mean, that's part of inconsistency. Doesn't mean that you're not good at it. You're just not as consistent at it. But bottom line is we're doing better things, right? And the other night, it was just it's a tough game to swallow, right? I mean, it really is. And it's certainly, like I said the other night, they deserve to win. So did we. And we played hard enough to win on the road in a tough environment. But we have to move right on from that, get right after this. And that's part of that maturity process too. Don't dwell in the moment, move on to the next thing as quick as you can, whether it's the next possession or whether it's the next game.
I know you talked last time you were here about, you hope the first South Carolina game lights a fire on your team going in there. How much more did you like, the physicality in the fight?
Much more. Yeah, absolutely, much more. For a 2-week difference, I thought it was very indicative of how much this team is getting better, and the energy that they play with and the confidence that they're gaining. And by no stretch of the imagination are we playing great basketball or getting everybody playing well at the same time. But we're playing well enough to win. We're playing well enough to be in it. And I think so much of that is because you have to be competitive, you have to fight, you have to be on the glass, you have to talk, you have to be committed to guarding the ball. Those are the type of things. And then committed to moving the ball offensively. And that's the only way that we can be successful. And so we continue to build on that, then we have a chance to keep improving.
Looking at Xavier, I feel like we've heard a lot of talk about the confidence he exudes this year. Is there a specific memory or a moment that you have with him, really being that leader and exuding that confidence and bringing everyone with him?
First, maybe was it the first game or the first exhibition game? I've been the first exhibition. I don't remember. First time he was on the court, put it that way. First time he was on the court in Steg, I think everybody started to see it from there. No question, the SMU game. We made the play at the end of the game, was huge. But I would say from the very first game that he played in this building, that it was like that.
Another attendance record, I think, broken tomorrow.
Is that right?
I think, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's great. I didn't know that. I knew we were close, but I didn't know it was going to be. That's great. That's great.
As long as we get 4,500 people.
That's great. That's good to know. That's good to know. I mean, I could stand here all day and talk about that, thanking the fans for what they're doing. I mean, they really are. They're staying behind us. We lose those games, and all of a sudden we're sold out again, and unbelievable passion for Auburn, right? That's just incredible. I mean, that's why we're going to build the program. That's how you build a program. And to me, the bottom line is the fans have been fantastic. They're a driving force of energy. The passion has been contagious, and it's an honor to coach in front of them. And I think I speak on behalf of these guys. It's an honor for them to play in front of them. People have just been fantastic, and really appreciate how they're going through this process, this growing process through it with us, and it's making a difference.
Do you ever let yourself wonder what it will be like once you do get it turned around? How
Not
much
yet.
it's going to be?
Not yet.
Ratchet
At
it up?
some point, but not this time of year. No, not this time of year. No, I mean, but it's a great sign to see where it's heading. I mean, there's no doubt about that when you look at the way people are coming out, and to just be that passionate, enthusiastic about it. And I don't see that many people this time of year outside of here, but the ones I run into been really good, really, really good. And it's fun. I mean, it's fun to know that people care, and that's certainly what we envision, and that's what's happening, and that's how we're going to continue to build it.
Arkansas is just ahead of you guys in the standings. You guys won a couple of games, kind of close the gap with some of the teams ahead of you. Do you guys look at all in terms of still trying to grab one of those Thursday buys?
I haven't thought like that. I just talk about each win, right? I mean, you're in each situation how you get the wins. I mean, I have not even really, I haven't really thought about that, and that we just need to play well enough to win, focus on each game, the way that it is. So I mean, that's the bottom line, and then whatever happens in the tournament, wherever you're seated, all those type of things come from there. But we got to stay focused on what we can do inside of each game and not, put the cart before the horse on that deal.